be starting up very soon. I just need to send out the links. Hello, welcome. If you have any questions, please write them down in the chat. We will start once I finish sending out all the links. Okay, now we can begin. Hello everyone who is with us or is just joining. Make sure to read the description below so that you know what you're getting into. I'm still currently contacting some of the actors, so they'll be here soon. If you have any questions regarding the project, feel free to write them down in the chat. Okay. So, as explained in the chat, for those of you who are probably wondering what this project is, I will repeat myself. This is non-funded project. We do take donations on Patreon for if you want to support our work, but it is non-funded. This project is for people who want to get into voice acting. A lot of the character designs and story I made myself, as well as I do most of the animating and artwork. Um, so for those who are wondering, I am the voice of Glitch and the narrator. And a few others. I am also voicing as a new character that's going to be introduced in episode 1 named Sin Edge. So for those who are wondering what he sounds like, here's the base description of Sin Edge. Sin Edge is a shadow-like being with golden eyes. And he talks in a very whispery tone. Like this. He is a character that will belittle Glitch every so often during the first episode. will make his first appearance after the uh shortly after the Flowey confrontation, which I am almost done with those pages, so we should be ready to record them soon. So, I'm still trying to get a hold of some of the people, so they'll probably be here later. Keep that in mind. For those who are wondering where you can learn more about this project, aside from me, you can find the wiki of the storyline on our amino, SoldierTale AU official. Link is in the description below. If you are on amino, you can click on it there. This is a project that has been in the works for 3 years now. We started back in December. And we have gone through several different voice actors replacements. If you have any questions, write them down in the chat below, and I will answer what I can. in the meantime, while we are waiting for people, I can also do some voice requests if you want to hear me voice as Glitch or Sinedge. Just write down what you want me to say, and just nothing too cursed. Actually, it doesn't really matter right now. Just write down what you want me to say and what character you want to hear it in.
There.
There you are. I thought you were ignoring your messages. Hello? Hello? I thought you were ignoring your messages.
I just read them right now. It's like crap. Oh, I won't be able to play, but I could still voice act. Hold on. Hey,
Alright,
Grandma. I'm gonna have to do something kind of loud, but it's because of it's part of my job. Well, I would call it a job, right? Voice acting is a job, but right now
technically, yeah.
it's not a job. But right now it's a hobby.
But anyway, um, yeah, we're still waiting on the other actors. Also, we weren't
Uh,
really planning on playing anything.
oh, good.
Yeah, this was just a talk cast.
Oh, good. What? We're looking so judgmental, Grandma. I'm just afraid that it's going to disturb the neighbors.
Well, we haven't gotten any voice requests yet, so
I mean, I get shy whenever I do the psychotic Flowey voice. But I have been practicing, like you said.
Hello.
I wait. Damn.
My God, for a second there, you sounded like SpongeBob.
I can.
No, no SpongeBob.
Yes.
No SpongeBob. So, as you can see, actually, I don't think they can see the names.
I hug. I hug her. Shoot. Well, where? Oh, Padre Island. Actually, they live all the way in Edinburgh. And plus, they've been through Hurricane Hugo.
So, Sugar here is the voice of Flowey.
That's me.
And Saris is Frisk.
Sarah,
Hi.
hug. I hug the Sarahs.
Hi.
Hello, welcome to
Oh,
our
Siren.
actual
How long are we gonna?
podcast.
How long are we gonna be at Chickadee for?
Huh?
Alright. So I'm gonna be at eating dinner for like an hour,
Okay.
but but I could still voice act. It's just that when I get to the restaurant, I can't. So
No, yeah, that's fine. Did you practice your psychotic Flowey?
I
Let's
just
hear it.
mess up the line. I just mess up the line all the time.
What do you say in this world? It's
In this world, wait, hold on.
you just go like
In this world, it's kill or be killed.
close. Try making it a little bit more like in this world.
I can't exactly because of
Add a little
like
bit more
I'm being.
graveliness to it.
I can't exactly. CJ, go get in your house, buddy.
Get your shoes on, Brandon.
Go get in there.
Go, just leave him alone. Get your shoes on. Get your shoes on!
I'm just petting my dog.
Jesus Christ! Get your fucking shoes on!
Okay.
Papa, wait, you're gonna make me look bad. Oh. Ah. Okay.
Do it now, damn it! Oh.
CJ, go get in your house. Easy. Hey, Papa, give me CJ.
Alright.
Okay, say goodbye to him. No, just let him.
Watch.
Don't drag him. Not her.
I'm not. Told ya.
Well, I mean, if you can't do the graveliness, just do it the best you can. I can probably add a little bit of graveliness with my editing.
So how long is the podcast
Boy.
for?
At least 4 hours.
4
It's
hours?
the plan is 4 hours, but it might go earlier depending on what happens.
Oh, hey, Siren, mine Scott's a girlfriend now.
Hmm.
My friend, too. He's also my friend.
Ah.
He's all very lucky.
But yeah, the plan is to go till 8, but depending on what happens, we might end early. And there he goes. So, Sarah, how have you been?
I might have like disconnecting from time to time.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can only really do the psychotic Flowey, and when I'm at, in this world, it's kill or be killed.
Yeah,
How's
see,
that?
that's better. That's better.
Ah, much quieter too.
Yeah, it's supposed. Well, it's supposed to be threatening, so it's like kind of like almost whispery, but not actually whispery.
You should have told me that sooner.
Like, I'll give you an example of the new character Sinedge. This is what his voice sounds like. Warning, it's very deep.
Oh. Alright,
I'm giving
very.
that warning to Saris. Saris.
Yeah?
Heads up, the voice is very deep. And I know how you react to deep voices, so that's why I'm warning you.
Shut up.
Turn into a cute pile.
Alright. So this is the new character
Duh.
Sinedge. He'll be introduced after the Flowey sequence.
Okay.
Did you think you can run from your sins? I am the blade on your edge. Or no, I am the edge on your blade, and the sins on your soul.
Why did that fluster me? Dear God, no. Why?
That sounds like you were trying to whisper.
Huh?
Sounds like you were trying to whisper.
It is yeah, he does have a whispery voice, but it's also very deep. Did you think that you could run from me? I am the edge on your blade, and the sins upon your soul. But yeah, that's the new character that we're going to be introducing.
Okay.
It's pointless.
So is the podcast up, like, on, or in order to start it, we need everyone?
Huh?
Is it already started, like, the podcast, or what?
Yes, it started.
Oh! Well, I guess if people who like,
That's why I was saying no SpongeBob. I don't see why you try so much. It's pointless, and you know how it's gonna come out in the end. So his role is he belittles Glitch a lot.
Hey Zyron, can you kind of have the link to the video?
You will only be running from yourself.
Hey Zyron, you wanna know what it was like when I saw Linus on Discord? He's like, you cannot hide from me.
Huh?
Because I'm like in every single VC on Amino he's in.
Oh.
And now and whenever he's in that VC, like, oh hi Linus. Long time no see, bud.
Yeah, but if you guys want to hear more of that voice, just put in what you want him to say.
Oh. No.
Just keep in mind that both Saris and Sugar will suffer when I do that voice. Hey, at least I'm not doing Sans, right?
Wait, who is supposed to be doing Sans anyway?
Well, my brother does the pacifist version, but he is not here. He's at work.
Oh, yeah, he is at work. Hey, Zyron, do you know Emma and Matthew are dating?
So who does the genocide version?
I do.
Ha! That's hilarious.
Me, Emma, and Matt were originally going to play Path of Exile, but then Path of Exile didn't want to work on my
Yeah, I know. He told me.
Just go up to someone. Someone just walks up to you like, "Who's the evil sibling?" He is. Why? Because he does the genocide. Because he does the genocide Sans voice.
Yeah, I do the genocide Sans voice. My brother does the
He's the evil
pacifist
brother.
version, and my brother also does the voice of Command, which is from a alternative AU, but still in the SoldierTale universe. He does the voice of the digital Sans, Command Sans.
Nice.
Who is inspired, but not a complete copy of, Dust. You know, Killer Sans?
Yeah, I know
Mad
who you're
Sans?
talking about.
Yeah. That's who Command Sans is inspired by. So he has a similar personality, but he
I'll
is
be right
in
back.
no way the same. Because the difference is he isn't insane. He's so sane. He is so sane that he knows exactly what he's doing. He knows that he's in a game world. Which is why he knows about resets, he knows about everything.
There's so many speculations on how Sans knows about all the resets.
Well, in this case, it's because he's literally in a video game and he has the knowledge of being in a video game.
Fourth wall breaking.
Well, yeah, but he can literally alter his own stats, so that's not a surprise.
He can alter his own stats? That's dope.
He can't, like, heal himself, but he can alter his attack and defense.
He can't heal himself, but he can change his HP from 1 to how.
Is that right?
No, he can't change his HP. He can just change his resistance to strikes.
Damn.
So he could make it so that the weapon does less damage. But then whenever he alters his stats, there's also a cooldown period where you can strike at the regular amount of damage. But when he alters his stats, it just makes it harder for him to kill. Because he can raise his defense so that he doesn't get one hit. But then his defenses will lower, like 3 turns after. Because it's a cooldown. But yeah, it can allow him to survive in battle for quite a while. He can also increase his damage randomly too, so you never know if he's going for a regular hit or a killing blow. My brother voices as that character, both the pacifist and judgment.
So school starts back up, and I feel like that we should start doing it on Saturday. I need. like Saturday. The only and
Usually we have to plan it ahead, but yeah, I tend to do it on Saturdays.
but those. But that's only starting the 18th. Anyway, I'm just gonna text my. Oh, the.
Also, another thing that if you follow my Instagram, you probably heard about this, but there is a side project that I'm working on after we complete the full first series. Like we complete the whole full first season of SoldierTale for the True Pacifist arc. There's another project I'll be working on called Silverblade, and it is a animated series that is indirectly linked to this AU because it has a lot of characters in it that won't ever be mentioned in the actual story.
Why would my mom have a hissy fit if I wasn't taking my medicine?
Currently, the first thing we'll need to do is the main character is Romanian, so it doesn't have to be a good accent, but what we want to do is find a voice actor who can do a male Romanian accent. Since that's a harder accent to reach than an Italian one. I know a lot of people that can do a fake Italian accent, and they can do it pretty well. But you can find that on Instagram at #Project Silverblade. I'll be uploading some artwork of the main character sometime later. So keep an eye out for that.
Yo, hey there. I'm trying to go to be cool, brag about my friend's voice actor.
So yeah, but if you have any Toriel questions, we still have to wait for our Toriel voice actor to get here. So we'll just answer the questions regarding Flowey, Glitch, and
Come on,
Frisk.
Ventus, hurry up.
So if you have any questions or have anything you want us to say, write it down in the chat. And also who you want to say it. So the voices I can do are Glitch and Sin Edge, which is that whispery tone. So those are my voices that I'll do voice requests with, and Sugar will do Flowey, Saris will do Frisk. So feel free to ask us questions or voice requests. We don't really have anything else to do right now.
Hey, Zarin, I gotta go. Like an hour.
Oh yeah, and if you want to do any Flowey requests,
Those might be back in. I won't
might want to get those requests in before the next hour. So, Saris, how's your day been?
Hmm.
Hmm? That's how it's
What am I
been?
doing?
I mean, me, I woke up at like 8 o'clock. So I
Hmm.
was really tired when we were first starting.
Why did you wake up so early?
Because I had to have everything set up so we could start by, like 3:30-ish.
Well, yeah, but I understand wanting to get everything set up, but you don't have to wake up so early.
Uh, as for why I woke up that early, well, my alarm was going to go off at 9 anyway.
I can't handle early mornings.
I only have to do them if I'm doing an early podcast.
I'm more of a night owl than I am an early bird.
Same. That's why I have an alarm. I have an alarm and lots of Sprite. Because I don't drink coffee. Well, I guess we might as well start with the questions. What are your ideas towards the project?
Um, Not really sure.
Like, what do you hope to do in this project? Uh, what do you think will make it better?
Hmm.
What are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to see how all this unfolds, honestly. Um,
If you're interested in any other upcoming projects, what is your ideas on that? Your opinion. What is your opinion on that? What characters are you looking forward to seeing?
hmm. Gaster, definitely.
Gaster?
Yes, I want to see where this. I want to see what happens with Gaster.
I
Des-
I
Despite
can
with
tell you that he
despite
does make an appearance at the near the end.
despite all of the characters, Gaster's like the only one in the official game that we don't exactly know about. We don't know what his affiliation to the game is.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of curious as to see as to what you do with him.
His in the comic dub, his name is pronounced like with an accent, so it's like instead of it's Gaster, it's Goster.
Goster,
Goster,
Goster.
like Gostar. Goster.
Oh my god.
Uh, the voice actor who does the voice of Goster, uh, uses is it's they're a tech actor, so they use voice. They like create voices. They create the voice and then they voice that character. They're really good. Um, you can actually check out their voice. Think I think we have at least one video with them doing the voice. I know they edited the voice since then, but I don't know what to expect because it's gone through like several edits. Uh, but the reason why we chose that actor is because they can kind of do the voice by default. Look up Darker Gear. I believe he's shown on the moderator list. It says Geargaster. Oh no, it just says Darker Gear. And like look up his YouTube channel, Darker Gear Gaming, and just listen to like his voice. He's obviously using like voice change technology because that's what he does. But he specializes in like really deep or distorted voices, but can also do fairly decent high range as well. For like a psychotic character. So yeah, I recommend checking that out. That'll kind of give you an idea of what Goster sounds like.
All right.
But yeah, aside from the origin story, there's not really much on Goster. But he does make an appearance at the end of the arc. So So aside from waiting for the tall Skeleboy, what else are you looking forward to?
Oh, Grilby, definitely.
Grilby.
Oh my god.
I don't think we
Yeah.
have a voice for him yet, actually. Neither a specified voice or a actor. But I'll let you know when we get one. I mean, he doesn't really have a specific voice because he's not a character with a voice to begin with. Like, he never talked to begin with, so that's why he doesn't really have a specific voice. But if we can give him a voice, we'll try to get one that, like, matches his personality. Uh... Fika, I think Fika will also make an appearance. We don't have a voice for Fika yet. Grilby's daughter.
Wait, is she canon?
She is, yeah. She's the green flame elemental that you find in Hotland. One with the green fire sprite with the schoolgirl outfit. outside of Metaton's the Metaton cooking show stage. Sound familiar?
Not really.
She's standing next to a purple and black diamond guy.
Hmm.
Let me see if I can find a picture. The name for her is fan made, just like Gaster.
Oh my god.
Now, yeah, there's other characters named Fika as well, but I'm not referring to that when I'm talking about the Green Flame Elemental.
She doesn't know when to stop.
Hmm?
I told someone that I was helping a friend out with something, right? Which is obviously you with the with the podcast. She keeps calling me. I told her that I'm busy helping out with something for a friend, and she just keeps calling.
Oh, her
She
name's
just
not
keeps
Fika. Fika, it's Fuku.
Fuku, yeah.
Fuku Fire. She is canon because she is in the actual game.
Really? I've never seen her.
Oh, here I got a perfect picture to show you. Copy image. Duh, duh, duh. Here, does this look familiar? That's Fuku.
Oh, there she go.
Now that I know how to spell the name, I have to correct it on the post, but anyway. Yeah, that girl. We do not have a voice for her yet.
I'm just gonna throw away my phone, honestly.
But the voice that we're gonna have for her is obviously gonna be an older one than they normally use because she's 18. The normal voice that she uses is the normal voice that like most comic dubs use is because she's like somewhere between 16 or something.
Hmm.
But our verse specifically, she is 18 since everyone in the AU is 18 or above. None of them are kids. There is a there is a kid-oriented version of the AU. But obviously the real one is much more aggressive and angst.
She She's really gonna just keep spamming me until I answer.
Who?
But I just told you about.
Which is who?
You don't know her. And I don't think I should say her name over the podcast.
No.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna say it.
I didn't say you had to say it out. Say it out. But anyway.
I told her I was busy helping someone with something, which is you with the podcast, and she just keeps spamming me saying that she needs to talk to me now. I'm like, ugh. I'm not just gonna drop this just to go ahead and talk to her. I'm in the middle of something right now.
I see a Sophie, or Sophie was here when I wasn't paying attention. If you're still here, say hi. She retreated. Why? But anyway, yeah, we have to get voices for a lot of the characters after episode 1. But currently we're only dealing with episode 1 because that's what I'm working with. The good news is hello Yeet. The good news is that the Flowey scene is almost done. So pretty soon we'll be working with getting that recorded and then starting the Toriel scenes. The episodes will be released in sections depending on how much we get done. But once the episode is complete, they will be like re-uploaded as one full episode. So depending on how much we get done, the first episode might be divided into 3 parts minimum. Between the Flowey scene, Toriel, and the new character, Sinedge.
I know we're supposed to be talking about the whole project and everything, but oh, you wanna know what we should do?
What?
Okay, so you still there? I thought my computer conked out on me. It would be really cool, like during the podcast, like we can show some drawings that we did for SoldierTale?
I mean, yeah, we could do that.
Like
Like for
like
for
not
like
not right now, but
no,
until like
no. For like a
like
next time we plan one,
yeah,
we
the
could
next
have like
podcast.
some drawings like set aside, or like drawings we
Yeah,
were working on towards
yeah.
that episode.
They don't have to be. They don't have to be finished.
No, they don't have to be finished,
Yeah, like
but like
just
drawings like
show what we.
towards like the episode like for the podcast we're doing, just like
Yeah, or
drawings
just
that you were
like
sketching. Yeah, we could do that.
or just like random like sketches of what you want for your character or something like that. I don't know, just random.
I mean, the next one I might just do some sketches of Sinich, since everyone knows what all the other characters look like. Well, except for the ones that were changed. So Fuku is obviously not gonna look as much like Fuku because she's older. We might also change the flame color as well, so she would like not be green. Uh, Still trying to decide on a color that we're gonna change her to. We're not going with pink because no. Uh, Grillby is gonna be like a kind of bluish instead of orange. So either the color we're gonna go with Fuku would be like either a yellow or white. Just because it's something different. Because we changed the designs for all the characters, not just like Sans, Asgore, Toriel. We've also changed the designs for Temmie, Napstablook, Metaton. Everyone's been completely revamped. Even Luke's and Froggets. So, put a lot of work into all of this to make it look like it's not a cheap ripoff. Welcome back.
There we go.
You just pop out there for a second. Oh, and your mic volume
Can you hear me?
increased. I could hear you to begin with. Your mic volume increased. What's up?
Okay. Oh, my microphone. One day I was actually like bored and everything, and I was like, and I was just like, let's see if I can make another OC. I wasn't really trying to go anywhere with it. I was like, but I was just like looking at the Dreamer family, and I was like, huh, okay. So I just started writing, and this is the story that I came up with, and I honestly don't know how I came up with this.
Mike's a little bit too close.
Huh?
Mike's a little bit too close.
It's I really don't understand how I came up with this. Honestly, like with Cirrus, I came
Mike
up with
is a
her
little too
specific.
close.
Oh, sorry. Okay,
There we go. That's better.
like okay, I don't know how I came up with this, cause like with Sirius, I put like a lot of thought into how I could make her fit into the story.
Uh-huh. Oh, I did the same.
But
I
with
did the
this,
same with Glitch.
yeah, but with this one that I made, she's just like something that I kind of came up with on the fly, and I didn't
Like he
expect
doesn't
her to make any kind of sense.
like when I added Glitch. I didn't when I added him to the story. I didn't make it to like he was just there like most people do. Oh, he's now part of the story. No, I've actually added like a whole backstory. In fact, one of the like as I mentioned before, that Silverblade series
Uh huh.
is part of his origins.
Well,
Long
honest,
before he was Glitch in Undertale.
well, honestly, I always create a backstory when I make my OCs, so it's like
Yeah,
it's
I do
kind.
too.
So I kind of just like
But I just put like
put,
I put a lot more work in it than I just put a lot more work in it than most people usually do.
yeah, but this one kind of just came out of nowhere because like with Sirius, I put a lot of thought into her. With this one, I wasn't exactly putting that much effort into it. Like I wasn't half-assing it, but I didn't. But I wasn't like fully focused on her. So like I just started writing, and this story just came out of nowhere.
Mhm.
Um. Okay, this is her story. She loved her older siblings very much and would always do her best to keep up with them. She is the most cheerful out of the three and always did her best to make them happy. She looked up to them and always felt as if they knew what was best. When Chara planned to free all monsters, she was ecstatic and wanted to help by any means. Chara and Azrael told her to keep this a secret from Mom and Dad, and to keep them busy when needed. She never fully understood what the plan meant, but again she figured they knew best and did what they asked. It wasn't until that Chara was sick in bed did she not like the plan anymore, just like Azrael. She lost her cheerful self and stayed with Chara constantly, keeping them company and offering comfort. She tried convincing Chara to stop and even went so far as to hide the flowers that Chara and Azrael would use for the plan. But Chara would always find a way to convince her on going on with it. In the end, when Chara died, she watched speechlessly with tears streaming down her cheek as her whole family cried. Her brother took Chara's soul and watched her brother transform. When he took Chara's body, he told his little sister that Chara still lived inside him. This made a small smile come to her face. He told her that he would be back to free everyone. She followed him to the barrier and sat there on the golden flowers, waiting for them to come back. But when they did, she was devastated at what she saw. Azrael limped back, covered in bloody cuts and bruises, holding Chara. He dropped Chara's body before taking a few more steps before collapsing a few feet in front of her. She ran to him, crying and screaming for their parents. She tried to heal him as best she could, using the magic her mother taught her, but it wasn't enough. The wounds were too severe, and she wasn't strong enough, and wasn't sure on how to handle the wounds. She held her brother, begging him not to leave her too. She hugged his head, continuing to scream for her parents. Azrael gently patted her head and wiped away her tears. He softly smiled at her, telling her that not all humans are bad, and
Just a
even
note,
if
because I know you correct me on my grammar a lot too. So the part where it says she dropped or he dropped Chara's body before taking a few more steps before collapsing in front of her.
yeah, I know, I know.
You might want to change that to he dropped Chara's body and took a few steps before collapsing in front of her.
Okay,
Because then it
cause I
flows
know
better.
this has like I haven't reread it yet, so this is just like
No, yeah, but then it flows better that way.
um, where is it? Where is it? I have to find it.
Or change it to he dropped Chara's body. He dropped Chara's body and took a few steps before exhaustion overtook him and he collapsed in front of her. Or his
He dropped
wounds
Chara's body, taking. He dropped Chara's body.
or before his wounds overtook him and he collapsed.
That seems too flowery for this kind of story.
Huh?
That seems too flowery for this kind of story.
It's good writing though.
It is. Um. Okay, now where was I?
Anyway, those are
I
just
did.
some suggestions.
I did change it. I did change it.
You were at the part. She was
Uh,
sobbing.
he said, "Not all humans are bad, and even if they do bad things, they should at least be given a chance to change." He asked her to promise him to do that. He he asked her to
He axed.
promise to do. Why am I so bad at my first writing? This is why people need to go over their stuff. I know. I told myself that I was gonna go over it, but I never got around to it.
No, I'm the same. Like when I first write it, I'm just like, hey, it's written, and then I read it over and it's just like, okay, so this needs to be changed. Or I have someone else read it over, but usually I do the read over myself first.
They ran over.
If you love me, let me go.
You want me to speak up?
What? No, that's.
Is the mic too close again?
No, it's fine.
Door suddenly burst open.
Score saw their youngest. Oh, for the love. Saw their youngest.
You know what? I'm so sick of them calling. Seriously.
Why don't you mute your phone?
I did. It doesn't mute the call. It just mutes that. Like if someone were to send a message, it will mute that, but it doesn't mute the call in the chat, which is stupid. Facebook.
Is it really important?
I don't know.
Because
Cause
if they're
honest,
calling this
cause
much, it better be important.
cause honestly, usually when she says that she needs to talk to me, it's not.
Yeah, if they're calling this much, it better be important.
Okay. Here's the plan. I will leave for now.
Alright.
I will go ahead and I'll join their call. And
The moment that I get done, I will get back into the call. Okay?
Or, yeah, or you'll probably end up just leaving just because you found out it wasn't that important.
I'll let you know.
Alright.
See you later.
So now we wait. if you have. Oh,
Hey, Zyron, where did Saris go?
to go see why someone was bugging her so much.
Oh, well, I got done eating. I ate a whole shit ton of steak because I love
Nice.
my proteins. But hey, Zyron, can I have a link to the podcast so I could give it to my girlfriend and she could watch?
The link is in the like. I'm pretty sure
You
I sent the
did?
link to the chat.
General?
Oh no 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 on Amino. It's in all the chats,
Chat. So
including
it's
on
in
the
the
main
fam chat?
including on the main Amino. Yes.
Mmm.
On the SoldierTale Amino, it's in the chats. It's in the community chat as well. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to
Oh, hey,
ask me.
Zyron, I'm not. Can you give me the link, though? Like, because I can't go into the chat on Amino, just Discord.
Hold.
Because of I'm not connected to Wi-Fi at the moment.
Oh.
So yeah, my phone requires Wi-Fi to go onto but Discord, nah, it just has disconnecting from time to time.
I don't think that's gonna make it any easier for me to send you the link, but okay.
Oh no, I could just copy it and then.
Anyway,
Or hey, Siren, how about this? I'll tell my girlfriend to add you, and you can send her the link.
um, just tell her to PM me asking
All
for the
right,
link.
but you have to add each other as a friend since you're not in the same servers.
Huh?
You're gonna have to add her as a friend since you guys are not in the same server.
She's not in Hasbin?
Oh, she is on Hasbin Hotel, but what I mean is like,
Then I should be able to send her a message if she invites me to a chat.
oh,
That's what I
the
said.
thing
Tell her to PM me.
hold on, I'll have to ask her what her user is on Mina then. Be right back.
No mic can pick up my voice properly because my voice is high. Doesn't matter what mic I'm using. Like, I have to have the mic literally at my mouth just for it to pick up my voice. Otherwise, it sounds like I'm far away. Even if it's only like a couple meters from my face. welcome back.
What did I tell you?
Wasn't important.
No. It was because earlier when we were in a group call
Close.
together, I was playing music. And it was apparently loud.
Yeah, but you weren't even in the group call anymore, so the music was no longer playing.
Even when we were in the group call, I turned off the music when they told me to. You see? I told you it wasn't important. I told you.
I knew it. I know. I said it's not important, is it?
No. Every time they tell me so, every time when she tells me, like, oh, I need to talk to you now, I know it's not important. I know for a fact it's not important.
Like, still too close. I actually have
This
to.
was hours ago, my dude. This was hours ago.
Yeah, I know. I actually have to.
This was around like.
Your mic
This was
is.
around like 3 or 4 in the afternoon.
Your mic
Look
is
at the
still.
time.
Your mic is still. Your mic is still too close.
Sorry. It's just drawn closer.
Yeah.
It's like 3 or 4 in the afternoon. Look at the time.
It is currently 5:20 for me, so yeah.
Still an hour ago. For me, it was like 2 hours ago. For you, it was like probably like an hour ago.
No, if it was 2 hours ago for you, it would have been 2 hours ago for me.
I don't know what time zone any of us are in anymore.
It would still be the same time, just different.
Because of the fact that, like, I remember you telling me the time zone that you were in, and it was different from mine.
I'm a GMT -7.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's
Like,
5:20, so it's probably like. So unless it's 3:20 for you.
I have a rule when it comes to calling. If I call you, for me, if I call someone and they don't answer they don't answer the 3 times or 3 or 2 times that I call, then that means they're busy. There are some people where I call 2 times and it's just been so much of a habit that they answer on a third time that's just like, okay, if they don't answer twice, then they're busy. With other friends, if they don't answer 3 times, then that means they're busy.
Yeah. I call like two
And that's the
times. I call 2 times, and then like I wait like a half hour, and then I try to call again.
for me. For me, it depends on the person how many times I call them, but it's always between 2 or 3.
Yeah.
And after that, if I don't get them, I text them. I don't spam them, but I just leave a text message going like, "Hey, what's up?"
I mean, I
And
didn't
then I just
spam
leave it like
either.
that and wait until they answer.
I didn't spam either. Every because I messaged you beforehand. I was like, we're live, and then I sent a notification because you didn't respond like a half hour later.
I just leave a message, just be like, "Bruh,
Yeah.
where you at?" And that's it. And I just wait until they answer.
But I was saying,
That's it.
I actually have to have my mic close because that's the only way it's ever gonna pick up. Because you can hear the difference when I'm talking now and when I'm talking now.
I had to switch to my phone because the Wi-Fi got cut off of my laptop for some reason.
How well can you hear my voice?
Everything.
How well can you hear my voice right now? Because
I
that's
can
about
hear your voice pretty well.
it's greatly reduced on the actual stream. This is
Dang.
the only way they can actually hear me, like my voice clearly.
Hmm.
It's because my voice is high, so it doesn't pick up very well unless a mic is really close.
I really don't understand why my laptop isn't picking up the internet. Everything else that uses Wi-Fi is working perfectly fine. My clock, my phone, everything else is working perfectly fine. Why is my computer the only one giving problems?
But anyway, as I've mentioned before, for those who are still watching, if you have any questions, write them down in the chat.
Oh, oh right. I was reading you the story too. Where did I leave off?
Uh,
Okay, yeah, here it is. The door suddenly burst open. Toriel and Asgore saw their youngest daughter holding Azrael in her arms. They ran over to them, screaming and crying. Azrael opened his eyes slightly, looking at his parents and little sister, telling them that he loved them before turning into dust on the golden flowers. Her mother sobbed inconsolably while her father held her crying silently, not noticing the soul that was in front of them. When his body turned to dust, the soul floated slightly above where the body used to be. She looked at the soul, then to her parents, then to the dust pile on Chara's body. The soul started to crack in multiple places. She quickly took it and shoved it in her chest, just like she saw her big brother do when big brother do. Oh my god. This is terrible.
Brubber. Her big brubber.
Just like she saw her big brother do when he took Chara's soul. Then everything went black. She was in this dark room alone. She remembered her brother's words when he told her that Chara lived in him. When he took their soul, she called out for Chara and Azrael, but got no reply. She had this anger inside her, but also sadness. It felt foreign to her own, as if it wasn't hers, but at the same time it felt right. She shook away these feelings and continued to search for Chara and Azrael until she heard arguing, mostly a one-sided one. It sounded like them, but the voices were faint and
This is your
had
new
no
character?
location. Yep.
Alright, just making sure that you weren't reading the same story twice.
No. My first one is a half human, half monster. This one is basically
The
uh
equivalent.
a monster with a human soul with basically two monsters with basically two monster souls, her monster soul and Azrael's monster soul with Chara's soul. So I guess she's 3/4 human.
I mean, 3/4 monster.
3/4 monster, I think. Yeah. God, I hate um the
So,
little
would that mean she consists
oh
of 75% magic?
I haven't really fleshed out the character yet. Um basically she's changed from how she looked. She kind of looked like Azrael but more feminine, and then when she took the soul, she still looked like herself, but like she got taller and she got Chara's hair, which was longer.
Kind of reminds me of
Um
Lionel.
I will show you the picture because I actually do have the finished picture.
Yeah, I'm guessing
I
you
have
don't know who Lionel is.
huh?
Who Lionel?
Who's Lionel?
Uh, think trying to remember which one. If I'm correct about this, SoldierTale. I think she's from SoldierTale.
Hmm. Oh, let's see. The voices were faint and had no location. The arguing grew louder. She covered her ears to block it out, but it was too much and she yelled out into nothingness for it to stop, and it did. It was quiet. She was scared and sad, and she didn't know what to do. She curled up into a little ball and cried, not noticing the two translucent figures standing
Excuse
behind
me.
her. She opened her eyes to find herself in her older sibling's room with her father by her side, sleeping on the bed. Sleeping on the I should probably put the edge of the bed. The door quietly opened to see her mother entering the room with a piece of pie on a plate. But when she saw her awake, she dropped the plate. It shattered, startling her father awake. That was when he noticed she was awake too. They clambered to her, holding her close, never wanting to let go as they cried. It wasn't until she turned to look at the photo frame on the dresser, did she catch a glimpse of herself. She screamed as she touched her face. Her parents tried to calm her down, but she was too much she was in too much shock to listen. She panted quickly until she became dizzy and passed out again. And that's the end of the story.
Interesting.
Um, I named her. Um, I kind of named her my Facebook name at first, which was Karin, Karin.
Karen?
But that's exactly why I changed her name. I wanted a different pronunciation. I wanted Karin, but it is. But then when I started introducing her to people, they started calling her Karen. I'm like, no, no, I'm changing this name. I will be damned if she'll be
If you
named
would have
Karen.
named Karin, because you should have went with Karun.
What I did was that I changed her name to Estelle. I took Toriel's name and Asgore's name and I put it into a combining name generator and I got Estelle Dreamer. So I was like, okay. I mean, it could be
Just a
better,
note.
but okay.
Just a note. Just a note. Estelle does exist.
You're kidding. You're
Uh,
kidding.
it's a it's a ship child for
Is her
Toriel
is
and
her name
Asgore.
is her name spelled Astell?
No, one L. Astel.
Oh, thank. Okay. I still need to change her name anyway. Oh my god, are you serious right now? It took me so long to just come up with this name. I'm terrible at making names for characters. Come on.
I'm guessing whoever made that name also did the.
Oh, come on.
Also went through the name generator. Whoever came up with that name.
Now I gotta do this all over again. Are you serious? This sucks so much. You know how difficult it is to find the
Yes.
name for a child.
Yes.
God, I don't even know what I'm gonna name my own child when I decide to have one. Oh,
I mean, if we're
stupid.
talking about ship children, I've actually had two of them. From back when I was in UTAU. Uh, these are technically unofficial. One of them is an official ship, but it was like originally as like a joke.
Which is?
Um, an old friend of mine back from when I first joined Amino. Her character was shipped with Soldier, and the ship name was called Sorath.
Oh my god. It's Kingdom Hearts all over again.
Not Sora.
It's dangerously close. Just like my name is dangerously
Well,
close. The only difference is
her
that
name
I added it.
was her name was Nekotherath. So, Soldier Sans and Therath make Sorath.
Do you want to know the shipping in Undertale that I hate the most?
Which one?
Toriel and Sans. You heard me right, people. Fight me.
You mean Soriel?
I hate Soriel. Fight me, you shippers!
I really have no opinion on that.
I hate it because they put Sans and Toriel together for one reason and one reason only. Because they both like puns. That does not make soulmate, people.
No.
Just because they share a liking of puns does not make them soulmates.
No, it was actually canon. That's why.
No, it was not
Yes,
canon.
Yes, it was. Have you played Deltarune?
Deltarune is not canon to Undertale.
No, but in Deltarune, when Sans is talking with Chris, his mother, his mother is Toriel. When he mentioned Toriel, he says, "Oh yeah, I've already befriended her last night." Like I said, it's canon. That's also why in the ending credits they have Toriel interested in Sans, because
But
Toby.
Soriel was a thing before Deltarune.
I know, but Toby made it
Soriel,
canon
Toby made it canon in Undertale.
in Undertale and Deltarune. Yes. In the reason they're getting the reason why they were doing the really chummy scene with them was because they were trying to show that they were canon, that they were a ship. So that's why I have no opinion on it. Cause
I still
you
so
can hate
much.
it all you want, but it's just saying it is actually part of the story. So
So much.
but anyway,
Because it all started because the only reason it started was because they shared puns. That's it.
that's that ship that I told you about, the Soraf one. That's no longer a thing because, well, that person has long since been gone from Amino. So, and back when I was in UTAU, there was an unofficial ship because Soldier has determination, so he also can't die just like Gino.
Mm-hmm.
Which again, I didn't know who the fuck Gino was when I created this character.
If there's
So
any ship with Sans, that I 100% agree with, it's him and Grilby. Because that's the only ship that I can fully understand. Because he's at Grilby's constantly, and I'm pretty sure him and Grilby would be like the best of friends because he tells Grilby basically almost anything.
Normally I wouldn't be okay with this, but it's an alternative. But one, it's an alternative version, and two, it's not a male character that's in the ship, so that's why I'm okay with it. But you're gonna get a laugh out of this. So someone on UTAU that their username was literally Busty Reaper. That was actually their username.
Oh my god.
As in Reaper Sans from Reaper Tale.
There are so many Sans, you don't even know.
Yeah, but a female Busty Reaper was their username. And back when I was introducing Soldier, a lot of people liked the idea because he was similar to Gino. It's again, I didn't know who the hell Gino was, so I didn't know who they were talking about. They're like, "Oh yeah, he's like Gino," and I'm like, "Who the is Gino?"
Honestly, I didn't know who
So
I didn't know who Killer Sans was.
The After Death shippers, a lot of them didn't like it, but a lot of them didn't like the ship, but some of the After Death shippers were still supporting the new ship as well, which was called Rolder Reaper Soldier.
Honestly,
The other name for it was Death Soldier.
The Sans that I always got confused with was Killer Sans because I wasn't sure who they were really talking about because there was this Sans that had a black or red dot on his shirt or something like that, and that was Killer Sans. But I always got him mixed up with Dust from
the
Sans from Dusttale.
You're not wrong though. Killer is Dust.
But Killer is supposed to be this. But Killer Sans is supposed to be this other Sans.
No, he's not. He's Dust, but he's Dust when he let his hatred consume him.
So basically, it's two different Sans, but the same Sans.
It's the same person. It's the same person, just a different version of him. Yes.
So okay, so basically, Dust is basically his easygoing form, and
No,
Killer
Dust is his
is
actual.
basically when his hatred just consumes him.
Dust is his actual his actual form. Killer
I'm
is.
just gonna call him Dust because that's actually
Yeah,
pretty.
Killer is when his hatred consumed him, and then he became nothing more than a bloodthirsty
I think
killer.
I think I would rather call him Dust because that seems like a cooler name for him than just Killer Sans.
The creator of Dust Tale has made it long since that they literally ended Dust Tale by having Dust get killed by all the other AU Sans.
It was yeah, because I heard that like I heard that like no one is allowed to continue Dust Tale because of the fact that like
Because
of
the
all the
creator ended it.
complaints. No, it was because of all the complaints that was the reason why. This is what I heard. That the reason that the creator ended Dust Tale the way that they did was because of all the complaints they were getting for Dust Tale.
What? Because him being
So,
powerful?
huh?
Because him being powerful and killing other Sanses?
For him being the way that he basically is, because of the gore and everything. That's the same reason why.
There's gore
That's
tail for.
yeah. That's the same
Gore-tail.
reason why the person who created Underlust or Lust Tale, whichever title you want to use, because it goes by both.
Underlust. That's what everyone
It's the
uses
same
it
reason why the person who created that AU stopped making it because everyone is like, oh, this has sexual implications and rape and all that stuff. I'm like, did you not hear the title?
Also,
No, duh.
Also, Toby was entirely okay with that. He made a separate category.
And
Specifically
the thing
for
is that Underlust and Dust Tale were like the best AUs out of the entire bunch
They were the
because
most
of the
creatively written.
yes, and Underlust could have had like a really good storyline. Same goes for Dust Tale. If people would have just calmed,
It does with lust, it's just not lusty.
if people would have just calmed down and let the creators do their job, I swear it would the series would have ended really good. But people had to go ahead and be all butthurt about it and just ruin a good thing.
Well, like I said, they really can't complain about. They really can't complain when it comes to Command. He's inspired by Dust, so he has a similar look because he wears a hoodie and's got that psychotic face. But
I love Lust Tale
that's the
fans.
only thing he shares is he wears a hoodie and has a psychotic face.
My dad been on my bed.
All his
Adorable.
skills, all his personality, none of it matches. None of it is.
But I gotta
close to
charge my
Dust.
phone.
None of it is
There was this
close to Dust
other-
because he's not insane.
I
He just
can't.
acts
Yeah.
like he is.
It's their voice. I can't turn.
Oh, bruh. There was this other Undertale AU that was really good, but it got canceled because of like bad situations. They said that like they were in a bad place when they were writing it and all that stuff. So they
Dead-tail?
ended the comic before they even started.
Dead
Well,
Tail?
they started it, but like, huh?
Dead Tail?
No, it's called Next Tale. Next. NEXTALE.
I know about Next Tail.
I love that! Oh my god! It was so good! The design for Sans was insane! The design for Sans and Papyrus was insane!
It was renamed.
What was it named? What was the renaming?
It was originally called Next Tail, yeah, but when they recontinued the dubs, it was under a new name. I think it was called Echo Tail.
No!
Yeah.
I know what Echo Tail is. That's not it.
No, there's multiple Echo Tails.
I only see the one.
Here, let me. I'm gonna look up a picture of Next Tail.
Y'all need to stop drawing Frisk with sands and stuff. I mean,
Huh?
Frisk is a child.
I have no
No,
opinion
I'm
towards
doing
it
a job.
if it's regarding my
That's
AU.
another ship. That's another ship that I hate. It's Franz. I hate that ship.
Okay.
Frisk is a child, and no matter, and I don't care. I don't care if monsters stop aging. He will still and forever will be older than Frisk.
Yeah. Here's the thing, though.
Raymond, get the hell away from me.
I'm not against. I have like no opinion whether I like her or against it when it comes to my AU because Sans and Frisk are close to the same age in the actual AU.
I do what?
That's the only reason why I'm okay with it. So if you want to know their ages, Sans is 20 and Frisk is 18.
Hold on,
That's the only
give me
reason
a quick second.
why it's okay. That's the only reason why I'm okay with it. Is because they're close to the same age. And I specifically did that because of the shippers, and I didn't want to think of a child every time I looked at
No,
this.
Why not?
because I'm not.
Sorry.
They will never be close to the same age, no matter what you say.
In the AU they are, but in any other sense, no, they're not. Like I said, I'm only okay with I'm not okay with all the other versions. I am only okay with the one of my AU and the one where she's actually an adult.
Doing that.
Any of the other ones, I am not okay with them.
The only reason I agreed to do this friends shipping in your AU is because I'm yes I am. It's because of the fact that like it's someone wants to see it and it's just like I want their thing to come into reality and all that stuff because I know if I make a suggestion to my favorite creator and stuff like that and they actually use it, I would be ecstatic. So
Yeah.
that's the reason why I'm doing it.
Yeah, but like I said, the reason why that works is because they're only 2 years apart.
Okay.
Guys, I'm back.
If it was any other condition, if it was like any other, condition, I would not be okay with it.
It's better.
But like I said, in this AU specifically, everyone is 18 or older.
That's a constricting muscle. Need lemon.
Is that a bulldog or a pup?
Oh snap! I didn't mute myself.
What was I? Oh yeah,
What am
I
I
was looking
doing
up
now?
Nextale. NEX, right? Nextale. Sans.
Yeah, Nextale was just the design is insane. I'm so sad that they didn't continue the comic. That was messed up. No, let me see.
Yeah, I have seen this one before. Yeah, it's Nex is in Nexus. So Void.
Okay.
It's Nex is in Nexus.
Yeah, that's what I said. Nextale. Because there is an AU called Nextale with like NEXT and TALE. So
Yeah, that's the one I thought you were referring to.
No, next tail. Next tail. Not next tail. It's very confusing.
It is very confusing. There's only one letter difference. I can hear the background.
Sorry about that. And my grandma won't turn down that. Grandma.
Sorry about the background sound.
What you guys are doing?
Daddy!
This is my home and I'm like.
This is literally going straight onto YouTube. You're gonna get us demonetized.
Yeah, Grandma, we'll get demonetized.
I don't care. Shut up.
Well, then again, I'm not sure because you can actually just say crap and they demonetize you for that.
I told
You can say but, you get demonetized for
I'm
that.
charging my phone.
No, not really.
You want to bet?
You literally can't be monetized unless you make it. You literally cannot be monetized unless you make your stuff kid friendly now. Or well, that's for the most part now.
Actually, Zyron, that was like a while ago. Now, now because of the whole.
I'm not talking over the food. Yes, see things.
No, the only thing I can get demonetized for is music.
Copyrighted
Yeah,
music.
Grandma, if there's music on here, no, say like it starts playing music.
What? No.
Sorry, YouTube.
What
not
are you
at my
doing?
desk because he decided to work overtime.
I'm listening to the playback right now, and it just sounds like chaos.
Hey, Grandma, at least you're gonna get
Take the
a
spoon.
bunch of views.
I said take the spoon! Don't touch my food.
Alright, Zyron, at least the arguing will get views.
Do you always have to criticize about what's on my plate?
You want some of this?
Nah.
Linguine?
No, snap, no.
Hey, serious.
Here. Here.
Hey, serious.
Daddy! This thing is going directly onto YouTube, and you mostly mad about me doing it. You giving everything away.
I still can't believe you can sound like an anime.
Yeah.
Who?
Me.
No.
Yeah.
Not.
Saris has heard it before.
And we have heard
I
it
think.
too.
I just washed you off,
I think. Saris, have you heard me do an
and yet you said nothing.
Have you heard me do an
What'd you
Enigma
say?
impression?
No, I have not.
I'll think about it. If you want to hear it.
Yeah.
I might have done it, but here's the thing is, the only way it's gonna pick up my mic is if it's close to my mouth, and that's gonna cause a lot of static, especially if I get into my really high range. But I'll give you a hint. It's definitely higher than this.
No. That's the girl voice I used to.
This is
To
the voice
fool
I
the
talk to when
voice.
I'm talking like Glitch. This is not a girl voice. That's still a male voice.
Oh.
Hey there. My name's Glitch.
You sound so young.
It is young.
How young?
He's 22.
That doesn't sound like a 22-year-old. You need to put
That
more
does
bass in
not
that
sound
voice.
like a 22-year-old.
Oh, no,
You
I
need to put
purposely-
more bass in that
purposely-
voice, because that sounded like he's 5.
I know. I purposely gave him a young voice. His, you'll understand that if you wouldn't you actually get around to
That's a little bit too young. You need to put a little tenor in that voice then.
Okay.
Like I said, sound like he's 5. Put a little
Okay,
tenor in that
he
voice.
has no memory of his past, so he's like very scared.
Is my link recorded up close?
He's like very scared, timid kind of character early on in the dubs.
I am.
When you actually get around to his real voice, you'll be surprised.
This coming from the person who's the most one telling me always what to do. You ain't helping.
Some comment already. Alright.
But anyway, this isn't the voice I use when I talk in my anime girl voice.
One minute, I got potato and I got corn.
This isn't even close
Oh,
to
we
the
are
one I
relaxed.
hit.
It is not. It's way high.
It's much higher than this when I get into the anime girl voice.
I'm not taking all the juice, I'm spreading it around. There you go. I'll be back. You
I
know what? Actually,
accidentally
no, I won't be
exited
back.
out.
Where's my drink at? Gotta get me some Seagrams.
I think I still have
Yeah.
the recording. I could just play it through my mic.
Probably don't like that one.
Alright, Sarah,
Okay.
do you really want to hear my anime girl voice?
Yes, I do, good anime sir.
Alright.
Yeah.
I'm just checking to see if I have the recording when I first, because I have a perfect recording of when I first did it.
Zarin,
Literally the
didn't
first
you still
thing
eat
when I
it
woke
though?
up, and my voice wasn't even in good condition, but it was perfect on the voice.
A lot of my friends say that I act like an anime girl. Like just the way I either just the way I just act basically. Just ugh.
I went to the thing the other day, but you want to see what I caught? Huh?
No, I don't want to see what you caught. Keenan or what's his name?
Where is it? Alright. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
I gotta make sure that my volume is at max. Perfect. Alright. Oh, hey there. It's not picking up. Give me a minute. Give me a second. Okay, we want it to pick up. So let me know if you can hear me right now.
I can
me
hear
right
you.
now, right?
Mhm.
Okay, let me find where the speaker is. So there it is. Can you hear it now? So we're gonna do a regular glitch. Oh, hey there. Wait for it. And now this one is the female variation. Hey there. And now the difference, what they would sound like if they wooed. Regular glitch. Ow! And then the female variation. Ow! So there you go. That's my anime girl impression. I told you I could do an anime girl voice. And now everyone on the stream has heard it, so now I don't have to do it again.
I'm back, Zyron. Hey, Zyron, guess what? I went fishing the other day.
I'm listening for the playback to see how well that played through the recording.
Did Saris get flustered?
No.
I don't think Saris gets flustered by anime girl voices.
But she can be flustered by low voices.
Not like that.
Darn.
If you want Saris to get flustered, you gotta do a voice like this.
It all depends on how the
Oh,
voice
very
sounds.
raspy, I see. So raspy voices.
Hey there.
No.
How's it going?
Hey there.
Okay.
Aww.
Okay, the only reason I got flustered was because I kind of pictured Undertale Sans and that being his voice, which I can totally actually see. So, yeah, that's the only reason.
Hey there, kiddo. How's it going?
I can't do it.
I can do Underlust's voice.
Not Underlust, Underfell.
Oh, Underfell. Oh, Underfell. Hey there, boss. That's what he sounds like.
I think you killed Saris.
You're gonna have a good time.
Zyron, quit! You're killing Saris. Not Cyrus, Saris.
Maybe I'll make that maybe I'll make that the guy version of her. Call her Cyrus instead of Cirrus.
I can also do the voice of. Everyone knows this voice, Edge. Like
Wait, hold on.
Classic Edge, not the new Edge.
Hold on. You guys know about my Undertale OC, Cirrus, right?
No, I just call you Saris because Zyron calls you Saris.
No, I mean you know about my OC, Cirrus, right?
Yes.
No, I don't.
I do, yes.
Okay. For you, I'm gonna tell you who Cirrus is. She's my OC of being half human, half monster. She is the cause of the war between the humans and monsters, because some humans and monsters found her to be like the hope of a new kind of relationship that the monsters and humans can have, like for peace and everything. While others feared that since she's a combination of both, she'd be more dangerous and everything.
Or both.
Her story goes one of two ways. Her father gets killed. Her mother takes her into the woods and raises her until she dies of old age, and then Toriel takes her in. Another version is of her father being trapped in the underground with the other monsters, and the mother goes down into the underground with her daughter, and they both live out their lives in the underground. Or third, both of her parents are dead, and she's taken into an orphanage.
So I see
and she doesn't go.
So I see you
and she doesn't.
different routes.
Yeah, and she doesn't get into the underground until like. She doesn't go into the underground until like she runs away. There's also a bad version where like she gets fed up with all the abuse that they've been giving to her at the orphanage, and she kind of just snaps and basically kills everyone at the orphanage, and then runs to the mountain to escape the angry
route, yeah.
Not the genocide route, more like a different AU backstory.
The fell story. Yes.
Maybe Underfell.
But anyway, as I was saying, speaking of Underfell, I can't do like the current edge voice that they have
Mhm.
because well, it's a lot different from the one that I've always practiced. I mean, it's not much different than what I do now, so
Um,
it's
what
just
I
like
was
it's
gonna.
just softer.
Mm.
Is Aaron? Can you
But
do a
yeah, that's like my
blue?
best impression of the current.
With serious, I was going. With serious, I was going to say that like um that she she's more like an observer. Like she makes the judgment call. Like when like at the end of a genocide route, Sans is the judge, right?
Yeah.
I made her like a moderator where she stands up to the side and judges who's right and who's wrong
Hmm.
in a situation.
But yeah.
Most of the time she sides with Sans. Other times she tries to convince him and or Chara to stop. Um, she's a in the if she was in the game, she would basically be like a hidden boss, kind of like how in Pokemon you run into Abra and you try to catch it, and when you don't, it runs away.
Uh huh.
That's kind of like how she is. So if she was in the game, she would she would basically run away. She's able to bring back people from the dead, but only to half health, and it takes a lot out of her.
Hmm.
But in the story, she doesn't know how to work her powers yet, so that's an ongoing process.
So
Um,
before we return to the topic, like I was saying, uh, my best impression of what I can do with the current edge. I mean, it's not much different than the they got with the classic one. It's just softer. It just sounds like
hmm.
this instead. It's just softer. But if you want the classic edge voice, let's catch up. We have a human to find.
Vegeta.
But that was his original voice.
Aha, Kakarot. Aha.
and
Do you
and
see this,
sometimes I,
Kakarot?
oh my god,
I've never
love you,
watched too
Vegeta.
much Dragon Ball Z, so like,
Aha, Kakarot.
In some timelines, she would be Friska's sister. In some timelines, she would be. In some timelines, in some AUs, she's Frisk's sister.
Yo, hey, Zyron.
so we've already asked Sarah's question, so now we're asking you about the
Me?
project. What are you looking
Me?
forward to?
I already
Uh,
told you.
No, you told me. I'm asking Sugar.
Oh,
me? I'm looking forward to this project expanding and us having a large audience.
What is it you want to do in the project? Like, what are you hoping for?
To be a better voice actor.
oh my god, me too. Me
Me
too.
too.
What? What about Miku?
I said me too.
Oh,
Oh.
Fuck. Oh, I cursed.
are you
Damn it.
hoping there will be more projects like this?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there will be, but that's besides the point.
Duh.
Because, well, after we finish this one, there's still another one we'll be working on, as well as we have to do all the other arcs for this story series. But we'll be starting the second project after we finish the first arc, which is the true pacifist.
Mm.
As for like what you were asking, like why he sounds so timid and like so young, so scared, you'll understand that when you watch the genocide arc.
No.
What I wanted to ask you guys about my OC was I wanted like since he mentioned about like the about calling her Cyrus and the whole boy version of her and that would be her name for the boy version. I want
Cyrus.
to know, yeah. I want to I want to hear what voice you would give her if you give her boy version. I want to hear what voice you would give.
I don't even know
So
what the
it's
regular voice is, so I don't know.
I don't know I don't know her voice either. Honestly, most of the time she won't speak.
I mean, if you want like a male, like just a standard male voice, something basic like this.
Something new, unique, but
a very
subtle,
deep
kind
and
of like something
raspy
that
voice.
basically something unique, but subtle enough to where it would be like something of a wallflower.
Of a wallflower.
Again, that all comes down to like who you get as a voice actor, because like every voice actor has a unique voice, but if you want like a specific voice, that's all limitations based on the actor.
I don't know a voice. Just that's what I'm just saying to like come up with your best one because I
Deep
honestly
and
don't
raspy voice so it can fluster you.
know. Show it to me.
Me?
A
Yes,
deep and
you
raspy?
came up with it. You came up with it. You say it.
Okay, I'll try my best.
You show yours and I'll show mine.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
I can't wait to
unfair
hear it.
It is gonna be unfair, which is funny considering I'm a tenor, and I don't have a baritone range, but I do have a bass range.
I can't wait to hear it.
Well, everyone shush, shush, shush. But I'm going to say, oh, Samus, because
Okay, like
also yes, I roll R's.
you don't have to say "oh" at all. You just have to like say a line.
Oh, I do.
Yes.
What line would you want me to do?
You come up.
Just
You make
come
the
up with
line,
your
you
own
come
line,
up
it
with
doesn't
the
matter.
Voice.
Okay.
I'll just repeat the line.
This is so exciting.
I'm thinking. Hold on, give me a moment.
It doesn't have to be a flirting line, but if you want.
Fine.
But yeah, if I were to come up with a line, it's
Cyrus is my name. How's that? It's horrible, I know.
Cyrus is my name. Nice to meet you.
Cyrus is my name.
Cyrus is my name. Nice to meet you.
Okay, like I said, subtle, unique, not trying to steal a spotlight from somebody.
Oh, wow. Are we just competing in raspiness now?
No, we're just trying to. Okay. So you don't want it super deep then.
And not too high.
Not super deep, but deep enough.
Oh,
Cyrus
deep
is my
enough.
name. Nice to meet you.
Cyrus is my name.
My
How's that?
God, it's like the combination of the two.
Cyrus
Cyrus is
Nice
my
to
name.
meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Why does yours sound like Vladimir?
Okay. Okay.
Like every Vladimir voice actor.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know who Vladimir is.
Dracula.
Okay, Sugar, your voice before that one that you did was good, and Ender, your voice for both times were good. Try doing the combination of the two.
So a higher.
Little bit, a tiny bit higher, but more quiet.
Like this. Cyrus is my name.
Don't try to sound sinister. Just casual.
Oh.
Cyrus is my name.
Wait, no, sorry.
Cyrus is my name.
Cyrus is my name. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. How's that?
Good. Actually, I actually now have a good voice for him.
Yay! I helped. Yay!
Now if I can only get her female version.
Darn.
So what? So your idea of the voice. What is it?
It's like it's kind of like my voice, but a little more, but like more quiet, more
So,
sensitive, or something
1
like that.
second.
Kind of
like this?
no, I guess kind of like My name is Sarah. It's nice to meet you. You found that too adorable, didn't you? What is wrong with you?
I'm flustered.
So you wanted to sound like this? Cyrus is my name. Nice to meet you.
More like Cyrus is my.
Cyrus.
Hey, Zyron, did you see
I'm
my
not.
girlfriend?
I can't like, because I don't have a deep like a baritone. I can only go deep, or I can.
It's not gonna go. It's not gonna go deep, deep, deep. It's more just like
But like I said,
Cyrus
I
is
don't
my
have a
name.
mid-range,
Okay.
so I can either do this.
One, Zyron, I'll be right.
Okay.
I don't have.
Try your Okay. Do your regular voice, but go a tiny bit deeper. Tiny bit.
Like this.
A little higher.
Like this.
Yes.
How's it
You're
going?
around that range. You're around that range. That's perfect.
Cyrus is my name. Nice to meet you.
That honestly sounds like Sans. Oh my god. Never mind.
No, Sans is just like, hey, you kid. Unless
It's
you're
gonna be
talking about
difficult.
like one of the newer versions, because he kind of talks like this. Oh, you're probably talking about Mafia, right? Hey, how's it going?
Yeah.
The name's Sans. Sans the skeleton. Well, anyway. Oh, Sugar's gone. I didn't finish to ask the question. Because we got sidetracked. But yeah, I can, like, depending on what Mafia Sans, like, you're going for, I can do a couple Mafia Sans impressions. If you want, like, the standard Mafia Sans, hey, how's it going?
I honestly didn't expect him to freak out when I did.
Eh, that's how Sugar is. And if you wanted to go for like the mob Sans, like the Undertale version.
Yeah.
Hey there, doll. How's it going?
I think the voice that you had before. I think that.
What? This one?
Yeah, when Sugar were both saying the same lines together, I think that one actually closer to the other.
There's a couple of Sans impressions I could do. I can, even though Glitch's voice is high, I can't do a Blueberry Sans because it's. I can't reach that I can't reach the range of Blueberry Sans. That's the closest I could do.
It sounds perfect.
It is I, the Magnificent Sans. That's the closest I can do.
That actually sounds perfect.
Hello, human. It is I, the Magnificent Sans. That was slightly better.
Yeah.
Now, if you were asking me to do a papyrus, human.
It's really not hard to do a papyrus,
Yeah,
It is.
it's not.
but it is very difficult to do a sans.
To quote to yeah, I can do a lot of different sans impressions, but I can't. There are certain ones that I just cannot reach. I mean, I've never tried to do G Sans's voice.
I wish they would finish Reaper Tales.
I also I don't remember if they gave Reaper a specific like. I don't think they gave him any special voice.
What'd you say?
Reaper Sans. I don't think they gave him any special voice, so he would kind of sound just like regular Sans.
Yeah, like most of the sans basically just sound regular, except for
There's certain ones that don't.
except Tail sans. He says bruh a lot.
Bruh! It's me, your great Dunkle Sans! Bruh! Bruh! OMG!
I think Dunkel Sans only exists in like those little meme comics.
No,
I
well,
never-
no, it that he, Epic Sans does say it.
I didn't know that.
Bruh, you got the wrong Sans! Bruh!
You wanna know my favorite? You wanna know what my favorite Undertale comic is?
What?
The Christmas comic.
Yes! Yes!
There are only a certain
Golly!
people who
You don't
do-
look so good!
There are only a few people who actually do the voices right.
I mean,
Um
it was done by Starbot, so.
yeah, but there are other YouTube channels who also did the comic. I think Nintendo Boomer did well with it. And there was another YouTuber who did it too.
Oh, jeez! You don't look so good! Let me just take that off your hands. After all.
I'm back.
You never
I got
know
a
what's in
call
this.
from Nist and all of them.
I actually have a specific playlist of people who actually do voices that
I've
are
only seen the Starbot dubs once. That's the only one I can base the voices off of. Man, I hate working on my time off. Don't worry. Oh, fuck. Jeez, that.
here it is. Good voices for AU. Ted Rogue does a great ink sense. Pokemon Girl 773. She does a good under. She does a she has a good Underfell and she has a good Underfell voice for Sans and Papyrus. Chaos 55T does a good underswap. There's a good underswap Papyrus voice. Same thing.
Oh, yeah, he does.
Same thing goes for Gale Guy King the Great. He does a good one too. Ted Rogue also does a good. There's another comic dub that's also.
You know Washa, right?
Huh?
Washaji?
No. But
Jeez,
two
I gotta
videos that I've there are two
reconnect.
videos that I privated, so I can't really tell you.
There we go. I had to reconnect. Discord was
Ted
bad.
Rogue does good underswap, underfell, and just regular sans. Ooh, the best one is this person that does the voice of Bloop called Kia Toa. It's spelled like Kyaitoa. They do the best blueprint voice. It's just so cute.
All I know is Jawashi. He mostly does like the voice of Azrael, because that seems to be the only voice he can really do. I've heard his impression of Asgore, and it sounds like he's constipated.
Starbot Dubs does a good Undertale mob comic. They do.
Oh
They
yeah,
do his voice.
oh yeah.
Nintendo Boomer does the best hand plates comic dub.
Starbot does a lot of good stuff, so I like Starbot.
Nintendo Boomer does the best hand plates comic dub. Pishwatuk
I didn't
Productions.
listen to Nintendo Boomer's version, but I did listen to Vade.
Uh, Pishwatuk Productions. PSHATTUCK.
You know who Vade is, right?
No.
You what?
They're-
You don't know
you-
who
Exactly.
Vade is?
You have any more questions for me? Just text me, alright?
Okay. Um.
Thanks for reminding me. Now, now I remember my question, but he's gone.
Well, he did say just text him. Super Static Space X 250 also does a good voice. Skitsy. Oh my god. Skitzy. Best one that ever does the AUs for Papyrus. It's really funny. I love it.
Yeah, I recommend looking up Vade. He's kind of how we got our idea for the Flowey voice.
Oh, and Jael Penenloza, Jael space
Underverse.
PNALOZA. She or he, whichever one.
It's a he.
They
I'm pretty
they
sure
do
it's a
the
he.
best.
Because
He
they
does-
don't like being called she.
Okay. He
Jail
he
Pelosa,
does,
yeah, what about him?
he does the best Fresh Inks voice ever. I love him. Ooh, Gail Guy King the Great, GAOGAI
What about
KING.
Interdubs?
Yeah, they do the best comic dub for when Papyrus makes a pun to
What?
Sans,
Who?
and then Sans takes it too far.
Who? Interdubs?
No, Gail Guy King the Great.
Oh. Interdubs does the best for like the really heartfelt comic dubs.
Oh, Timeless Dubs does the best Epic Tale voices ever.
Well, they're the only ones. I'm pretty sure they're the ones that first released it.
I think so.
Yeah.
Jordan the Cat 11 does the best regular Sans voice for they did the comic dub for SoldierTale.
Jordan the
So
SoldierTale. I
like-
know that one. Jordan the Cat. Wait, he does the voice of Ink in Multiverse Rescue.
he does? That's
Yeah.
cool. Not Zan. Zane
Or no, wait,
Ethro-
no. I think it was Jordan Blackman.
Zane Ethro VA. Basically, it's spelled ZANEETHRO and just the letters V and A. He does the best dance Sans voice.
I haven't seen too much of Dance Tale, so
I wish that would finish. I wish they would finish that. Oh, Mr.
really,
Amazing
I can't even find like the first couple dubs.
You can only find the comic. No one ever does the dubs. I wish he would finish the. I wish the creator would finish the comic. Honestly, Mr. Amazing VA does the best.
Oh, I know
Dust
who
Tail
he
Dance
is.
Sans dub.
No, he doesn't just do one. He can do swap Papyrus. He does an amazing underswap Sans. He does
Yeah,
Mafia Sans.
I haven't heard those yet. Oh, this other person.
Actually,
Son
he does a
Goku.
lot of Sans voicing mostly.
This one called Son Goku, he has a picture of Sans like in an anime kind of way, and the voice just fits the picture. He does the best voice for Sans in an anime setting.
Hmm.
Now these two missing videos that I have in this playlist kind of bum me out. I can't remember which videos they were.
I'm gonna go see if Temmie's still sleeping.
Okay.
So I will be right back.
All right.
Just trying to figure out how to mute this for a minute. Um. Can't mute it. Okay, cool. I guess just deal with this. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Hi. You awake? Um, we got like an hour and a half left in the stream if you want to join us. Just giving you a heads up.
Honestly, I think.
Okay, I'm back.
Cool. I'm no longer alone. I felt nervous.
She's just waking up, so I don't know if she's joining us.
Cute. I love it. Oh right, I did say I was gonna show you what she looked like. Um, I was gonna show you what I still gotta figure out a new name for her since Estelle is already taken. God, I can hear the community now. You stole this name from her. You're just copying her.
Well, you can. You technically can do the claim that you didn't know who that character was.
Yeah, but it's not like anyone's gonna believe me.
True. Unlike when I
Yeah.
made my characters, it literally says this is my first AU, and I did no research on Undertale beforehand.
The funny thing is that like one of
So
the
I've
people
had
that I
no one
watched.
claim about me copying anything. They
The
said I've
funny
had a
thing
lot of
is that
similarities, but they never said I stole anything because
huh. There was a person that I watched. He did animations for he did an animation on not C students. It was what was it? Um what was it? It was similar to C students.
I have no idea what you're talking about. But okay.
It had to do with like Zachary and Diana. Um, what was it?
Black Delilah.
Group five. Group five. So like
What?
he did Group five. His own animation thing. He did Group five, and then like C students, and then like a couple years later, C students came. I think either a couple years or a couple months later, C students came out from a different YouTuber, and everyone kept saying how he how he copied C students and everything, and he was just like, "Yes, you caught me. I traveled months into the future, watched C students, and then went back in time, and then created Group Five. You caught me. I stole C students." I'm like, this dude is hilarious.
He's basically calling them all idiots. Yeah.
Cause it is true. Cause no one copied off of anybody. It was just like
Similarity.
it's a normal concept. Five kids in school. It's a normal concept that anybody can have.
Mm-hmm.
There's only so many types of art styles. Some of them are bound to be similar.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, both of the animators had to stop because of something that happened personal in their lives.
That's usually what the cause of it is.
One was because their parents didn't want him to continue YouTube and basically physically assaulted him and broke his drawing hand. So I don't even know if he can even draw anymore. So he said that he was going to continue it, but he hasn't been uploading at all. So, and then the other one who did C students said that he was in a bad place when he was doing C students, and he didn't want to continue that. So
I'll be right back again. Get myself a drink.
all right. Oh right. Name combinations. If you guys can help me come up with a name for for my little for my little dreamer character, for Azrael's younger sister, I'd really much appreciate that because I suck when it comes to names. I didn't even come up with Sirius's name. One of my friends from another group which was called Under War 2, he actually helped me come up with a name for her because I think in how you say it, Israeli or something like that. Something similar to that, or probably it is that. Sirius. No, wait, it was Hebrew. I think it was Hebrew. The name Sirius means hope, and I liked the name because it was unique, and I thought it was cool sounding. So, and plus I love the meaning, so I just named her Sirius from then on. Um, Sadly to say, I don't remember who gave me the name. Because of the fact that he changes his username a lot, and he never and people don't guys, you don't give your real name out to people. Um so yeah, I never really knew his real name, and he and his username on Discord is different from his amino name, so I don't exactly remember who. Name combination for babies. Let's try this.
Alright. I am back from the void.
Yay!
So we covered what characters you're looking forward to seeing and where you plan to go with the project.
I'm kind of excited to see where this goes in terms of a fan base, because
Right now it's small, yeah.
Yeah, but like when it gets bigger, I'm kind of excited to see what kind of fan art people would create from it.
Yeah, me too.
Oh my gosh, I'd love to see some really cool fan art. Mm, I have ideas of my own, but I lack the proper skills to like actually make it as grand as I want it to be.
I relate. I mean, my drawings are good, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, your drawings are good, but I can't draw a tank.
That depends on the kind of tank you're trying to draw. If you're trying to draw a 2D tank, I pity you.
I can't draw like machines or anything. It's difficult for me.
If you were trying to draw like a 2.5D, like somewhat realistic looking, but still 2D, I can do that sometimes. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. It depends. Now, if you're trying to do a 3D tank, I can relate on the struggle with that.
Oh my god. 3D.
Oh, I
Oh
used to
my
draw
god.
a lot in 3D.
Goodness gracious, not 3D. No. Anything but that. No.
You want to see a really good 3D picture I drew, but it's like in 2D,
Sure.
but it looks like it's in 3D? Let me see if I still have the picture.
I still have to change her name, but I am willing to show you guys what she actually looked like before and after.
You can find this picture. You can find this picture on my Patreon. So, up to you if you want to look on it there.
Okay. And if you guys want to see what my dreamer character looks like, you could go ahead and visit my Instagram.
Take a look.
Because that's where
Take a look at the. Yeah, well, yeah. There's a section of the picture that it's on Instagram, but the full picture's on Patreon. So.
Yeah, but
I don't normally share this photo, so here you go. You're lucky.
Where's the picture? I don't see anything.
It's the most recent one.
Oh, you sent it to me.
See what I mean by 3D?
Oh, you sent Flower Fall?
Mm-hmm. No, you of mine.
So cute. That's so cute. It looks
You want to
so
look into
weird.
it? It's on the Amino.
But why do you call it Flower Fall? Isn't it Flower Fell?
Because it's not. It's inspired by, but it's not Flowerfell.
Oh, okay.
The story is similar, but it's not just Frisk.
Oh, if you guys want to check out my
Also,
Instagram
it's not
for
all yellow
other
flowers,
things-
as you can look at, as you can see in the
Yeah,
picture. You see all those petals?
Yeah, it's confetti.
Those aren't. Those are
Confetti.
no. Those are flower petals. Those all represent different. Those all represent different descriptions of death.
Oh damn.
Blue means blue is drowned. Like the dark blue is drowned.
Uh-huh.
In a minute. The dark blue is drowned. I think the green is suffocation. White is suicide. So yeah, it's not Flowerfell. It's much darker.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, check out the Patreon page, and if you want to check out my Instagram page, it's
I already have you added.
Okay. Just thought I'd say it. I wasn't sure. I really need to post more of my art. I just realized that I don't have much. I do have art on here, But
I'll be
let's
right
just.
back again. I gotta go check something.
All right. Let's. Uh. Oh, I'm also making my own AU. It's called Under Retaliation. Uh, about again. I had a summary of it somewhere. I remember what it's about, but I had an official summary for it. Um, it's basically like the rundown for it is basically like Sans had enough of the reset, so he tries to end it with the machine underneath his house. But instead of ending all the resets, he it it does kind of like the opposite. Anyone who basically has played the game goes into it, but as their first run through. So if you did genocide your first time, so you'll be the renegades, which basically means that you are on the opposing side. Sans is trying to end all of this for good. So the people who do kill, but for a good reason, like to save someone or something, they're called paragons. There are also .exes. Some will follow Gaster, other will follow Flowey, and the other one is basically an unnamed group. So they're kind of like the neutrals of the group, but then there are also neutrals. Um, okay, the third group of .exes basically just curious, and they won't see if it's something dangerous, they won't bother with it, but their curiosity will get the better of them in general when it comes to normal things. With neutrals, obviously, can be persuaded either way. Um. Oh, I was gonna have people in my AU, like, if you want to be a part of the story, then you can just message me. But since I didn't really get that many people to join, I have to create my own set of people, which I am doing. But I thought it would be cool to add in YouTubers that have played the game, because honestly, from a writer's perspective, I think it would be fun to see what they would do in that kind of setting, or even if they haven't played the game. Just going by their personalities alone is really fun to just guess how they would react, what they would do, and everything. So yeah, although I hope I won't make anyone mad with what I might make them do. I'm not saying I'm gonna make them do anything bad. I'm just saying that, like, if I get an interpretation wrong, or if they don't like what I did, I'm sorry in advance. um, there was a new YouTuber that was gonna. Well, she's not new, but I recently, I started getting into her channel recently. Some of you might know her. Gin- Ginja Ninja Uwu. Oh my gosh, I'm going to put her in the story, and it's going to be just, oh my goodness. It's kind of difficult to what she would be in the story, because I feel like she would be a paragon, but I also think she would be a pacifist. And I know I didn't explain this, but pacifists in there would be the defenders of the group. Um, They would be the defenders of the group. They heal and they use defensive magic. Unlike the paragons who use offensive magic and are basically the front lines. Renegades are the bloodlust ones who just basically want to do whatever they want in the game. Neutrals are basically the theorists, which would be really cool to put MatPat in, because I feel like I want to put him in as like the wild card when it comes to it, because with him, I feel like he would be like, yes, I want to know the answer to this. I want to know if this is true or not. But at the same time, I feel like he would refrain himself from things like that, because if he feels as though it's too dangerous, he wouldn't want to put people in danger just to know the answer. So I feel like he would technically be like the person, like the person that people would suspect but like misunderstand, and he would basically be their man on the inside. Like further in the story, I feel like I would put the fact that like he would be the one infiltrating the .exes or the neutrals to gather information. So yeah, that would be that's I'm not sure. None of this is concrete, so uh I'm having fun with this. I know I'm supposed to be talking about about his AU, but honestly, I don't really know much because of the fact that nothing is really concrete, so things are really changing. Um so whatever he decides to tell me is going to be concrete. That's what I just take as.
Yeah, unless I say it's changed,
My
it's.
God, you scared the heck out.
I have a habit of doing that.
My heart. Oh, okay.
I have a habit of doing that to a lot of people.
It's just so quiet.
I know. Whenever I come back, it's just like dead silent, and it's just, oh hey, what's up?
Oh my God. I was going on and on about the AU that I was making, and then it's just like I know I was supposed to be talking about your AU, but since I don't really know much,
Oh yeah, I have no
considering
problem with
everything
that.
is changing, yeah, since everything is changing, I don't really know a lot. So unless you actually come to me and tell me that like, hey, this is this, then yeah,
Well, this is this. Sans and Frisk are around the same age.
yeah. So you see, that's canon right there.
It is canon, but I didn't say whether or not the shipping is canon.
The shipping is
I don't have
canon.
anything against
because
it. I'm just saying it's not canon.
the shipping between Frisk and Sans in your AU is supposed to be canon because we all agreed that it was going to happen.
I said I supported it. That's what I agreed to.
So does wait, does not mean that is canon in the thing then?
There might be some scenes where like it like ship material, but like it's not specifically made out to be that way. There's like cute scenes here and there.
Oh, so it's gonna be like that. You're gonna keep the fans frustrated. I see. I see what you're doing.
I'm not like pointing out that like they're like a thing, but like I'll do like scenes like every so often. Yes, fandom stuff. Like like Frisk is cold. Like Frisk is cold, and Glitch says I told you to bring a jacket. And then Sans takes off his jacket and puts it on Frisk.
That's adorable.
Like I said, something like that.
That's adorable.
That's in episode 2, by the way. Fact, that's actually in the comic does in episode 2.
Dang. What
So
else?
enjoy that. You get to see you get to see soldier without a jacket.
The girls are gonna go nuts.
I mean, in the genocide route, you also get to see him without his mask, but
That's more of a terrifying situation.
yeah, yeah.
Why can I see that happening in creepypasta?
What?
Just him in a genocide route without his mask.
No, not. Well, I mean, yeah, like when he takes off his mask, that's obviously he's serious.
I just got an idea. Bruh. What if creepypasta and Undertale was actually a thing? What if since like Ben Drown is like from a video.
Hold on. I'm pretty sure you're not the first to come up with this. Let's see, Creepy Tale.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. What if he goes into like into the creepypasta fandom, not the creepypasta fandom going into Undertale, the Undertale fandom going into
Yeah,
creepypasta.
Creepy Tale is
Like how creepypasta has like Suicide Squidward and all that other stuff.
no, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's Creepy Tale. It's a thing.
I didn't know nothing like that.
There's another one
it would
called
be-
Pasta Tale.
Oh my god, that'd be so cool if like Ben John just gets a hold of one of the characters and just either takes control of them or brings them into reality. You
Yep.
know how
Pasta
terrifying that
Tale.
would be?
In Pasta Tale, the judge is Jeff the Killer.
That's terrifying. No, but I don't mean like the Undertale characters become the characters from creepypasta. I don't mean that. I mean like actually taking the character from Undertale and putting it into the creepypasta.
I mean, yeah.
Like they would still be their character, but a more twisted version.
Twisted Tale. That's all.
No, it wouldn't be AU at all. Just taking one character and putting it into a different thing altogether. Like how they took Squidward and they twisted him and they put him in creepypasta
Yeah.
as Suicide Squidward.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. I'm sure it's already been done. Just it's hard to find.
I guess a lot of people are banning the whole Undertale thing in other fandoms.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Here's my thing. I finally found the stupid summary.
Okay. So when I looked up Pasta Tale, guess who who just so happens to be there?
Papyrus.
No.
Who?
Nexus Sans.
Oh my god. Okay, here's the summary for my AU. This AU is about the characters of Undertale finally getting back at all the players who played the genocide runs and judged neutral runners. Sans having enough of the genocide run, he uses his machine in the lab under his house to stop all the genocide runs at once, but it goes wrong and pulls in anyone who has played the game. The players' souls get sucked into Undertale and leaves their bodies in a comatose. I'm still working out the kinks, so don't judge me. In a comatose state from the outside, so it looks like they are just playing the game. When the monsters die, it will be permanent due to the players being in the game. They won't be able to reset. So, I'm still working out the kinks. So take everything I say with a grain of salt. With each of the character roles though, pacifist heals people who are hurt and protects using defensive magic. Paragons fights to protect the characters, have a strong moral code. Renegades, genocide runners who kill anything in their path for their own benefit. Newts, short for neutrals, wanderers satisfying their own curiosities despite moralities. Completionists, those who experience every outcome, they are the wild cards. I know what I said before, but like I said, I was still trying to look for this. .exes, their codes are corrupted due to all the hacks. They are the dirty players, quote unquote cheaters of the game. They are hidden within the codes and are able to steal items, gather info, and alter codes. They're split into three groups, like I mentioned before. For Gaster, those who follow Gaster, those who follow Flowey, and the third ones who are just basically wanderers, kind of like the Newts. So yeah, uh, I'm just I'm guessing like the Newts are basically the third section. Like I said, I'm still working out the kinks. This was all inspired by a picture that I saw, made by Sark Sakura, Sark Sakura. She made this picture with Frisk looking at all the monsters, and the top, and on the top is the it is the sentence says, "Who killed everyone?" The monsters look at Frisk. Frisk points to Flowey. Flowey points to Chara, and Chara points to you. So that's where the inspiration for my AU came from.
Interesting.
I put a poll in Undertale AU Dev, which YouTuber would fit into Undertale.
Also, I kind of feel like because they're both the main characters, though they're friends, I kind of feel like the fan's gonna ship Frisk and Glitch.
I can see that. I can definitely see that.
I very much see that happening. Um, Again, they're not related in any way. Even in the, I'm not saying that it's canon, but like I said, even in, um, After Shift, where Glitch is judge, and he tells the player of the genocide run that you killed his sister. Again, they are not related.
Okay.
He calls her sister because they were both adopted by uh, King and Queen Dreamer in that AU. But they are not related in any way. So it can be canon because there's nothing actually against it. So keep that in mind for all those fandom shippers. You can make artwork of that. There's nothing against it.
I mean, they were gonna do it anyway.
They were. But obviously, I'd be against certain ones if it was like. Obviously, I'd be against certain ones, and wouldn't allow them in my amino if they were really bad. Obviously.
Huh.
But just saying, it can technically be considered canon. I brought this up because I thought about it myself. And I'm like, yeah, someone's gonna draw that. And I'm not saying I have anything against it. Because they're not related.
Okay. What I wanted to do was put YouTubers in my AU, because I thought it would make like a really good story.
And that's kind of like a similar case to the Char and Azrael ship. They're not actually related.
Well, obviously, because one's a monster and one's human.
Yeah, exactly. Which is why the ship exists, because they're not by blood.
Which is kind of weird, but I can also understand it at the same time, because they're going with the trope, like, best friends become lovers and all that stuff.
Yes,
and I can absolutely see that.
But for me, like, I am just not okay with incest.
I mean, as long as they don't consider each other brother and sister anymore, I don't think it would be incest.
No, and like I said, they call each other brother and they call each other brother and sister in the AU in Afterglitch, but they aren't related. Or Afterglitch. Afterglitch is another name for it for those who are confused. For those who are confusing it, Afterglitch is just the name. Oh wait, no. No wait, that's a different one entirely. That's the continuum. After glitch or after shift. But that is the continuum from Soldier Shift. But yeah, in Soldier Shift they are not related, even though they call each other brother and sister. So if you ship it, ship it. Draw it. I'm okay with it.
I'll wait till we actually get this thing off the ground. It'll be really cool if we can actually get like if we can get like multiple animators to help you out.
Like, for example, one that I wouldn't be okay with, like one of the characters. I don't know. Say like an example. Say Fuku with Gaster. That is gross.
My God,
that is
no.
gross.
Please no.
And that's what, like I'm saying, that's a hard. That is a hard no, and I definitely would not allow it.
We don't need Ghost Rider. We don't need Ghost Rider.
But like I said, that's a hard no. I definitely would not allow it. So I'm just stating that now. What I mean by gross ships that I'm heavily against.
Do not do any inappropriate stuff, people. Please. Y'all already put Sans and Papyrus together. We don't need that. Please. Please no.
Again, I do not support that for the main AU either.
If you're gonna do a fake out, then fine. Go ahead, do a fake out. I would love y'all to do a fake out, but don't put them together. There are some comics where they did like a fake out. There was one and was in his room and he was like it made you seem that he was doing something inappropriate, but in the end he just pulled out a flashlight and he just pulled up his flashlight and he was like, and Papyrus was like, you're giving people the wrong idea. And it's like, and Sans was like, I didn't give them. He said something along the lines like, I didn't give them. So it's just filled with filthy sinners. I'm like, I was like, yes.
Yeah.
I like the fake outs because it's like really funny with how creative people can get with it and stuff like that. So
fake outs I'm okay with.
Yeah, so if you're gonna do a fake out,
I don't want like the actual shipping. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no actual shipping.
Not for like. Even if it's alternate gender characters, not for the main AU.
No.
I don't care about any of the other ones. It's just not the main one because like that's where it's all based off. So even if it's an alternative version of the main one, I thought I have a border of where I am okay with it, where I'm not. That depends on the situation. But I'm just gonna say for that, it's a hard no. Same goes with shipping Glitch and Sans. I've already said this dozens of times because someone's gonna think of it. I even put it in the guidelines. That is a definite no.
Glitch and Sans.
It's creepy as hell because if you read the origin stories, they are literally brothers.
It's Papyrus and Sans all over again.
Exactly why I said it. Exactly why I said no to that. It's just substitute Papyrus.
Terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Frisk and Sans, if it's the main AU, go for it. Like I said, I didn't say whether or not it's canon or not, but I am okay with it. If people want to draw it, they can draw it. If you want to do the Frisk and Glitch, either main AU or alternative, go for it.
The one thing that I'm glad
Just
that's
don't
not
okay, all I'm gonna say is don't ship male Glitch with a male Frisk.
Oh my gosh, yes. That's just so weird.
Not for the main, like I said, that's only if there's a border between this where I would actually be okay with it, depending on what it is. Because I try to like appeal to everyone, you know. But when it comes to the main AU, even if it's an alternative, that is the equivalent that is technically the equivalent of Glitch Lily kissing his brother. I'm not okay with it. Any other version? I might be, depending on how it's done. Like I said, I never know what the fandom's gonna do here.
You wanna know what's nice? Fandom, the Undertale fandom. There are a few people who did draw this, but I'm just so happy that it wasn't very popular. Which is Gaster X Sans. I'm so happy that shipping is not very popular. I've only seen like 2 or 3 drawings of it. So
I've
I'm
literally
happy
never
that
seen it, so that's how down low it is.
yeah. It's you literally have to like go deep looking just to find it. I've seen it pop up.
Never mind. I was gonna make a joke, but never mind.
I've seen it pop up multiple times because of the fact that like when Undertale was starting to get popular, I was looking at AUs and stuff, right? And I was looking at and there were some versions of Papyrus and Sans that didn't have an AU name. I would go looking. Excuse me. So I would go
Also,
looking
the
for
reason
these
why
specific,
I went with Gaster being the father of Sans, Papyrus, and Glitch is not to copy it, but because it's a common concept used by the fandom, so it'd be supported.
So like when I would be looking for like the AUs for these types of Sans and Papyrus, right? I would see like shippings for Sans.
I like how we.
I'm
just saying. I like how we switched from like. I was like, okay, and now onto the final topic: ships.
Cause I didn't get to finish my thought. What I was gonna say was that I didn't I looked and I saw that there would be some stuff for Gaster too, Sans, because there will also be some Gasters that I wouldn't know the AUs to, so I'd look up the Gaster in hopes to find the AU, only to find him being shipped with Sans and or Papyrus, sometimes even all three. Which thank God it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that inappropriate. It's still inappropriate, but it wasn't that bad. Not as bad as
In the words of Ed, uh, from Honeycast, y'all be some freaks.
the world is filled with some filthy sinners.
But on a serious note, yeah, most of the ships I'm okay with. I've seen them in the fandom, and I'm not very hard against them.
I want the Groovy and Sans fandom to be booming. That's the only fandom that I agree with. It's adorable. I've seen the artwork. And it makes sense.
It does, but something about it just, I don't know. Like, yes, I've seen the
It's
artwork.
only because if they had a kid. It's only because if they had a kid, it would be Ghost Rider. That's the only thing that people have problems with.
That's probably my problem too.
No one wants to remember Nicolas Cage. Nobody wants to remember him in that Ghost Rider movie.
Like, no, I've seen some like good artwork. And I'm actually not as much against it as I used to be. But I'm not labeling it as canon either.
Here are the shippings that I'm okay with. Asgore and Toriel, because I really
It kind of
want them to get
concerns me. That's like,
I want Asgore.
it doesn't make me as uncomfortable as some of the other ships. So I'm more so okay with it, as long as like there's not a whole lot of it.
I want Asgore and Toriel to get back together. I honestly want that ship.
Now I know you want it to be booming, and I totally get that. I just don't want my front page to fill up with Grilby and Sans.
It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen, but I will avoid it as long as I can. Like all the other ships, yeah, I'm fine with. I just don't want all of one ship. So it's the same thing with me. Like, I'm okay with Franz. I'm not making it canon though.
I hate
I'll
Franz. I hate Franz. I hate Toriel. Metaton and Papyrus.
Well, aren't you lucky that Toriel isn't quite canon either?
When it comes to Metaton and Papyrus, it's because I don't fully agree with it, but at the same time, it's not enough for me to hate it. So
to make it a little bit more natural, I did change Metaton a bit. For one, Metaton is now a female in the AU. And the reason for that is because in the swap version, there's Hapstabluke, which looks like a girl. So taking that idea, when I made the swap version of Metaton, I made Metaton a female as well. So by making them a female in the main AU, they still stay as a female in the swap one, so it like makes sense. Unless it's true swap, then they're a male again. Or no, not true swap.
Friends, Toriel,
Is it true
Medicon
swap?
and Papyrus.
Hold on, I gotta look. There's so many different versions. Give me a minute. Because I think there's 2 versions of true swap. I think there's true swap and true swap gen.
What else? What other shippings are there?
Oh, that's okay. That's the difference. So it's not true swap. True swap, they still does this one also switches? Okay, no, this one stays the same.
What other shippings are there?
There's another one that only the fandom would know. It's called. I spelt it wrong. That's not the name of the AU. I just spelt it wrong. But anyway, it's called Swap Shuffle. What this does is not only apply the true swap physics, but also the gen swap as well. So the gender is also swapped with the role to match the role that the true swap swaps to. So if that were the case, yes, Mettaton would be a male. If swap shuffle. Unless the role Mettaton was swapped to was a female role. Which, from what I can see, no, it still stays the same. Wait. Yeah, this one changes Mettaton to a male. Because I didn't know how. I don't think. Yeah. This one is just the base under swap universe, and I can't remember. I'll have to look back on what I swapped, like what I made for the actual swap. Or no. No, because this one's supposed to be like the actual under swap universe of it, not the true swap. So yeah. If applied to the true swap, well, there you'll have a different effect. But this one's just like the regular under swap, so Mettaton becomes male because swapped with Napstablook. Napstablook becomes a female. Which is now called Napstony, or Napsty. restaurants roll. Or something, I don't know. But the names for Napstablook in Swap Shuffle are Napstany or Napsty.
Okay.
But anyway, yeah, once I can put the stuff in the oven. I have a lot of variations, so like it's hard to remember them all. That's why I have all the wikis, so I can keep track of each variation. It's like, oh yeah, this is what it was, not this.
Hmm. Hmm. How long have we been doing this? It seems like we've been doing this for a few hours. still trying to come up with a different name for currently Estelle right now. I think I'm gonna stay away from any name close to Toriel and Asgore's name in written form. Honestly, I'm thinking about naming her Aria Dreamer. Sila? Sila? I'm not sure if that's how you say it, but it means savior. Aria means gentle music. And there's Risa, which means smile and laughter. Ria, which means love. Asil, which means pure, true, and honest. Gloria, which means flower. Seli? I'm not sure how to pronounce that either, but it means soft. Laura, which is also pure. Surya, means happy and joy. Again, I don't know how to, and I don't know how to pronounce this one either. Asli, it means sincere, original, pure, and genuine. What I've been able to find so. There are also others that have a good name, but that have a good meaning. The name is just weird. Like this one, Golu, Golu. It means sweet, but I'm not gonna call that.
Welcome back to another heart attack.
Welcome back to another episode of How I Met Your Mother. I don't know where I'm supposed to go with that.
Half hour left.
I guess Mom has some explaining to do.
I would pause this, but I don't know how. Oh, wait. The question is whether or not this will pause it. Alright. Hello. Hello. Hi. I'm about to start in like a half hour. You still waking up? Huh?
Yeah.
Alright, well, it's over in a half hour, so I'll be right back.
Hey,
Hi.
Daddy, stop it and go to bed.
That didn't pause it for nearly as long as it was supposed to. Sorry you got to hear my brother's cursed impressions earlier.
No, it's fine.
So the stop function doesn't actually do anything. It pauses it for like 10 seconds. Well, might as well mention this now since we're down to the half-hour point. I'm gonna be streaming Doom 2016 on Twitch
God,
after
I wish
this.
I wish I could live stream
Hmm?
this thing. I finally was able. I was finally able to get a Switch, and I got Breath of the Wild and Animal Crossing New Horizons.
Twitch, not Switch.
Saying that I finally got a Switch.
Okay, I thought you were talking about a Switch because you thought I said Switch.
No, I was like, I wish I could live stream from my Switch because I got Animal Crossing and Breath of the Wild.
Oh, yeah.
I swear, Animal Crossing has just been taking over my life.
I've seen that. I've seen your posts.
I'm putting so many hours to Animal Crossing. I never thought I'd be obsessed with it.
You're like Nani and and literally every other YouTuber that plays Animal Crossing.
I've hated Animal Crossing since I was a child. I always thought it was boring and everything.
You know what's funny? I never even played it when I was a kid. I didn't even want to try it.
I played it once because my friend wouldn't stop bothering me, so she was like, "You should play Animal Crossing," and
I played the equivalent to that. It's called My
on her
Sims.
DS. So I was like, "Fine." So I just played it, and it was kind of boring. I just stopped playing it.
I played the equivalent to that. It's called My Sims.
I also thought Stardew Valley was stupid too.
Huh?
Like when Stardew Valley came out, I thought it was stupid too. It just looked, it didn't look really all that great. But then when I started playing it, I absolutely like.
Yeah, I thought the same thing when I played My Sims. I was like, what is this garbage?
Oh my God, Sims. Thing.
No, I'm not talking about Sims. I'm talking about My Sims, the little kid version for it. As someone who played actual Sims, when I played My Sims, I was like, what is this garbage? But then I actually played, like, quite a bit into it, and I like how you can craft anything. Like, there's no restriction, there's no restriction to, like, what you can build. If you're in free build mode. That being said, I built a knight armor set out of wood.
Huh.
And put it in my house on My Sims. Those are normally built out of metal. I built one out of wood. The sword was also built out of wood.
So many of the games that I hated in the past, I ended up loving now in the future. I hated Stardew Valley, started playing it. I hated Stardew Valley, and then
I never even played Zelda. And I know, everyone's gonna go off on me about this. But I've never got into Zelda.
Neither have I. I didn't start getting into Zelda until what was it?
No, any of the games. I never got into it.
I never liked Zelda, honestly. But it
Do you realize you're gonna anger the fandom by saying that? And I know the flame I'm about to start spreading.
good. Fight me, bruh.
I know the flame that I'm about to unleash upon this world, but I've never got into Zelda. I could never play it. It just didn't work for me.
There are only there are only 3 Zelda games. Breath of the Wild included in that. 2 other.
You know everyone's favorite game, Ocarina of Time?
Yeah.
I couldn't
Ocarina
stand
of
10
Time.
minutes of it.
Ocarina of Time and A Link Between Worlds were the only two Zelda games that I ever
I played Four
played.
Swords. I shut it off in like after 5 minutes.
I love them. I love them both. They're really good. Ocarina of Time and The Link Between Worlds and Breath of the Wild.
Another thing everyone's gonna go off on me about. I never played Kingdom Hearts.
The one that I heard that has the most hate is Majora's Mask.
Like of the 5 people who are watching right now, someone's gonna get mad when I say I've never played Kingdom Hearts.
You've never played Kingdom Hearts?
No, I've only seen a lot of videos on it. I've never played it. when I mentioned that I could never get into Zelda, there was 5 people. Now there's 4. Now I said I never played Kingdom Hearts. This viewer list is gonna drop from 4 to 3.
I honestly thought that you would touch the Kingdom Hearts game. Everyone has at least touched Kingdom Hearts one way or another.
I've only seen music videos.
Huh.
Yeah, I've never played it.
You should. It's really good.
I know it's
The-
good.
the
I've wanted to play it for a really long time. I just never could. Especially with it being PlayStation.
The first
Whiter than...
that I ever played scared
Alright.
the hell.
No! Okay. My internet just cut there for a minute.
And drama,
Hi.
and
My
abomination.
internet just cut there for a minute.
Ah.
So, as I was saying, the chat will remember I have never played Kingdom Hearts. And I could never get into Zelda.
Zelda, the two Zelda games I played, Ocarina of Time and A Link Between Worlds, Breath of the Wild, all 3 of those games are good. I heard that Majora's Mask is the worst of the series. Kingdom Hearts is good. When I played the first game, it actually scared the hell out of me when I was a kid. So bad that I had to hide the game behind the couch. It was that
Jeez.
part in the game where I went into like the little cave, and he was drawing on the cave, and he was drawing on the walls. It was a little flashback of him and Kyrie drawing on the walls, and then there was this black cloaked figure just standing there, just staring at him, and that really scared me as a child. So I stopped. So I never played it, and then when I finally did get the courage to play it, the guy in the black cloak no longer scared me. But then what came after made me stop playing it again because all of the all of the God, I forget what you call them.
That's like me when I played Devil May Cry the
The
first time.
shadows.
I think I was...
Heartless, the Heartless. All the Heartless started coming. All the Heartless started like showing up, and it scared the hell out of me. So I just stopped playing after that.
Man,
I
when
was
I
just
fir-
such a chicken as a kid.
Okay, to be fair, I think I was like 16 when I first played Devil May Cry. Not a game. It's not a game you're supposed to play if you're like a kid.
I hate Devil May Cry. I hate the first game, and let me tell you why. Because the game is
way
good.
Too grindy.
Don't get me wrong.
It is way too
The
grindy. The first
No,
game.
the game is good. The game is good. Don't get me wrong. It's just fighting his brother. Oh my god. That healing son of a gun. Every time I get close to killing him, he fully heals himself. I'm like, what are you?
Yeah,
Seriously?
he can steal your devil power to heal himself.
It sucks so much.
No, wait. You're not. No, that's not Virgil you're talking about. You're talking about Nightmare.
No, I'm talking about Virgil. He sucks.
In the first game or second? Because in the second game, I don't think he heals. Also, I don't think he.
I think it's the first. I think it's the first. It was the first one. I think.
I mean, you fight him again in the third one, so. No, he's not even in the second game. He's only in the first and third.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He was in the first one.
He's in the fifth. Oh no. No, he's not.
I hate fighting him at the end because he's just a healing son of a gun. I hate him so much.
I hated fighting him in Devil May Cry 3. You know why?
Why?
He can just. His most famous move is he can distort space, and then slash, and then cut like where he distorts, he can slash a hole right into space, and it does so much damage when it hits you. At least in the first game, you could dodge his Infinity Sword move. In the third, it's just a distorted, like a distorted blob in the air. You're like, what is that? And you're standing next to it to look at it, and then you lose like a quarter of your health.
Have you ever played the Mass Effect series?
I have it, never played it.
Dragon Age?
Yes, I have played Dragon Age. I actually have Dragon Age Origins on my Xbox. You were probably going to ask me if I played Inquisition, which I do own Inquisition. I haven't played it yet, though. It's my brother's game. Alright, we got like 10 minutes left. So we should start wrapping it up. Hello, you there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Alright. So we should start wrapping it up. Let's start with the social links.
Okay, okay.
All the links are in the description below, but I will read them out anyway. So let's... Alright, so the voices that were here... We unfortunately did not get the Toriel voice today, which we were scheduled for, but that's fine. I mean, they live in Austria. So...
Yeah. We need to have a day where we just like get everyone together here. That would be nice.
And unfortunately we didn't get any voice requests. But I'm gonna say the voices anyway. So the voices that we had today were Glitch, Sinedge, Frisk,
Hi.
and Flowey. Those are the ones that showed up.
Here.
Flowey
Yeah.
was here.
Like always, he just goes underground.
You can follow me on Instagram at endersoulfire_VA. And your Instagram?
You can find us all on our Instagram. You can also find us on Twitter, Twitch, and our Patreon. So, and then our Amino too. His Instagram is endersoulfire. Mine is cherryblossom180. The others are Scarves and Windows Error. I've never actually been to their Instagram. I actually have to go check that out.
And my Patreon is both linked to my channel and also in the description below. So feel free to support the project if you like what we do, or if you just want more funny moments. But yeah,
Hopefully we can get everybody on.
every support we get helps with furthering the project. Because it is non-funded, so I can't actually make like money off this. So any support that we get definitely helps.
If you guys want to check out my channel too, the link is in my Instagram, and I'll try and update on when things are happening in
I
SoldierTale.
might make merch for I might make merch for the Silverblade project because it's not directly linked. It's actually its own series. But it just happens to use one of my characters from this. But no, like the entire thing itself is all its own series. But anyway, yeah, you can support us on Patreon. You can follow us on Amino. Link is in the description. But the Amino name is SoldierTale AU Official. And you can follow us at Instagram at hashtags Project SoldierTale or hashtag SoldierCast. And if you guys want to post fan art, whether it be SoldierTale or the podcasts on Instagram, go to post a hashtag SoldierTale fan art